Hello guys, so today we are going to talk about 5 nutritional facts for healthy living, and my host is
Hey everyone, I'm here with a very special guest of mine. Very professional. When I mean professional, I mean she's a nurse and she's amazing. She's even furthering her studies. She's amazing. So, Nurse T, welcome to the show. Yay!
Thank you so much. Hello guys, so I'm Nurse T for short, and my full name is Nurse Tochukwu. Okay, the nurse is not part of my name, it's just an added title to my name. So today, like she mentioned earlier on, we are going to be looking at 5 nutritional facts for healthy living. We find out that most times people fall sick because they take in the wrong nutrition. They don't have a proper diet. So apart from the heredity factor and so many other factors that can lead to different disease conditions, we have the nutrition as a basic factor that determines if one will stay healthy or not. Now, the first one we'll be looking at is the water intake. I find out that a lot of people don't like drinking enough water. A lot of people, a whole lot. But then it can lead to so many conditions. It can lead to dehydration, which eventually lead to the person having kidney stone. Even when you don't have enough water, it can, or when you don't drink enough water rather, it can make you not to think properly. It has a way of affecting your brain. So why should we take water? We take water so that we'll be hydrated, so that we can think well, so that our organs will function well, because water is a fluid, so it helps us to function well generally. And now one may ask, like, how many liters of water should I take
In a day?
in a day? So normally you're meant to take about 2.5 liters of water, because as far back as 1945, the USA Food and Nutrition Board, that was what they advised, 2.5 liters of water. And even if you don't have a liter to measure up, because some of us may be taking sachet water or even bottled water, know you can use a cup. I believe everybody has a cup, so you can bring a cup and make sure you take up to 13 to 15 cups of water every day. So you can divide it. Maybe you take like 5 in the morning, 5 in the afternoon, and 5 at night.
Okay, so I have a question here. I have a very good question here.
Okay.
So I was thinking here, like, what general advice would you give to people that are in a serious relationship, engaged or married, based on the nutritional benefits and also things that they need to avoid, being that they are married and they're together, even based on the both sexual habits, because there are certain things people do that contradicts their body intake, like what their body needs. There are certain things they do in a relationship that you're like,
contradicts. Okay, that's a very good question. Thank you for that. So when you come to nutrition, especially for people in a relationship or even married couples, right, you find out that there are certain foods that are not good for men and they are good for women. For instance, we advise women, especially expectant mothers,
pregnant women,
or not even pregnant, like
people that
newly married couple that are still expecting
that want a baby,
that want a baby, to eat a lot of walnut. That's for the woman this time, because walnut has a way of nourishing the ovaries.
I never knew that.
No, it does. It does have a way of nourishing the ovaries. So we advise women, young women, and that thing is, if you're expectant, if you're hoping for a baby, it's good to start taking folic acid supplement every single day. It's very healthy for the uterus. Uterus is what we refer to as the womb of the woman. So it's good you take it, that folic acid every single day, because it, like I said earlier, it helps to nourish the uterus. Then moving over to that of the man. Men generally are advised to avoid drinks having lemon, or even taking lemon itself, because of the acidic content of lemon. And so this is not a nutritional fact, but I think it's very important for so many young men out there, because I see a lot of young men buying inner wear that are so tight,
yeah.
not knowing that the scrotum and because it contains vital organs, vital cells that are needed for reproduction.
Yes.
It's not meant to be so close to the body. It's not meant to, because it regulates its own temperature. So when you wear these tight boxers, or some of them don't even wear boxers, some wear these I don't know what they call it, but it's more like a tie that women wear, for like a shorter one, you know. So men, please stop putting on something that will be so tight. Give yourself, your organ needs fresh air, it needs air. So don't put something that will be so compact, something that is going to be so tight, right?
Yeah.
Because it has a way of reducing the productivity. That's why you see some of them coming down with low sperm count and the likes. Right?
So it's not really just STD that causes that.
No, it's not. It's not STD.
Issues.
Yes, you have it. Just like women, women are not advised also to wear nylon on this. They are not.
Cotton is the best.
Cotton is just the best.
Yes.
And not just any kind of cotton, but white cotton, because when you have discharge, even if you're not that type that likes buying white on this, but at least you can buy like light colors, like light pink,
lemon,
light, yes, so that when you have any discharge that is abnormal, you will easily dictate. But some women, you see them wearing like black pants. My dear sister, wake up, wake up. This is not era for black pants. This is era for wearing white cotton on this, because it helps you to know when you have infection that needs to be treated. You go for proper investigation and they give you the proper medication for it. All right.
Okay, that's good. So guys, good underwear, ladies, white underwear or light color. Me, I'm not really a fan of white. I won't lie, but my mom
I'm a big fan of white. No, really,
I'm not. But my mom always gets light colored underwear. She's always telling me go for light pink so those are the ones. I never knew why.
That's the reason, because anytime you have an abnormal discharge,
brown
because
or yellow,
if you're having like a brown discharge,
yes, you know
yes, it is a sign of infection, definitely. Or even a milky discharge that is like cheese. It's like for those of us that don't know what cheese means, it's like when you bring rice and mash it and mix it with water, that kind of texture is suggestive of candidiasis, which needs immediate attention. And why it's necessary is because some of this infection can end up leading to infertility. It can end up leading, you think, normally is a UTI, urinary tract infection. From there, it can move up to your uterus.
That is true, because that's the urinary tract now, getting to your womb. So it's easy. Okay, guys, please, I beg, do the right thing. Me, I've learned.
We are tired of treating people like this. I beg.
Okay, so how can one maintain a healthy diet to maintain weight or lose weight?
Okay, so when it comes to maintaining a healthy diet, there is no such thing as, because you always hear people say follow this particular menu or don't follow this. Research has shown that people have different body types. I mean to say,
and blood group too,
and blood, and a lot of hereditary factors. So what works for her may not work for me, because we are not having the same features, right? So, but generally, I'll advise that we should reduce our intake of processed foods. We should reduce it, because when some foods are passing through the industrial processing, you find out that a lot of nutrients are lost in the process. A lot of nutrients, because they'll definitely pass through the heating process or the extremely cooling process, as the case may be. And you find out that there are some nutrients that cannot withstand that temperature. So it is good to buy healthy food, like buy natural food, eat natural food, fruits and the likes, right?
That's good. All right, so women need to know how to be on a good diet, like I talked about earlier. I mean, and then men need to know. So now we're bringing it down to us Africans, because we're not the same with Caucasians or Asians. Like, how can we go back to eating the way our ancestors used to eat and they were living long? It bothers me sometimes that we don't live more than 120.
That's a very big problem right now. The truth is, our generation, we have so gotten used, and almost everybody is a victim of this. Yes, we have so gotten used to snacking, eating a lot of processed food and so on and so forth. But this is my advice to everyone out there. As much as you can, take a lot of fruits, take a lot of health. It's just a habit. It's something you need to consciously tell yourself. Nobody will force you. You can force an ox to the stream, but you can't force the ox to take water. So nobody will force you. Let us go back to our roots. Let us go back to enjoying our native food, because a lot of consumption of this processed food is not actually good for us. Okay, you find out that if you're buying some snacks, let me say like some biscuits, they are sweetened, and they are sweetened with, it's not even a good type of sugar.
Okay, I never knew that.
No, it's not. It's not actually. The type of sugar that they use for some of these snacks is the type that can eventually lead to diabetes.
Wow.
When you have so much intake of it, it can lead to diabetes. You get? So guys, please, let's all try as much as we can to go back to our native food. You know what people don't understand is that our native food have more nutrients than we can imagine.
Do you know that is what people don't want to hear?
More nutrients than we can imagine. Most of these
abacha self is very good.
Most of these medicines that are produced, where are they gotten from? From herbs. From trees. And some of these herbs are used like all this time, curry leaf and the likes. They are used
ginger. We always
medicinally.
In food
even
now
ginger,
we put ginger, rice,
and garlic,
whatever.
And the thing is, this is something that anybody can get. If you're not having money, so to say, instead of going for salmon fish and all those, you can buy crayfish.
Crayfish is good.
You can just buy like 100 naira crayfish, 200, and just
make your soup or your
So what people don't understand is that these small foodstuffs have a way of adding nutrients. They will always want it to be like buying like 5,000 naira meat. For you, just start with what you have. Start with what you have, guys.
Yes, please. Nosti, thank you so much, my baby girl, my darling. Thank you for coming here. Thank you for educating me, because I have learned now that when I'm in the future, I will take more walnuts. Folic acid. I knew of the folic acid, but I didn't know of the walnuts.
No, walnuts is very nice.
I will take that.
Very, very
and also
nice.
omega-3. I'm taking
yes,
omega-3 now for the heart.
Is good.
And
that even
fish
for the
cod
eyes.
liver. Yes, I noticed that. Apart from me stopping wearing my glasses, I noticed that since I started taking omega-3, I feel better. I see better.
You feel,
than when...
and you get it a lot when you eat fish. That's what people don't understand. Even that cod liver you mentioned is very rich in vitamin D. Like that vitamin D is another nutritional fat that is good for healthy living. Why? Vitamin D is not totally a hormone, but it acts as a hormone. How does it act as a hormone? It helps in calcium synthesis. And now this calcium synthesis, it helps to prevent osteoporosis, a condition where the bones of the person starts becoming weak. You may not like, our mindset of maybe bones becoming weak when person starts getting old, but this time around, like, person may not even be old. It may be out of that vitamin D deficiency. So guys, let's take a
healthy
lot
living.
Even if this vitamin D, you don't really get it in food. That's what people don't know. You don't get vitamin D in food. That's why it's good to walk under the sun, especially early morning sun.
9 o'clock to 10 o'clock.
Because this afternoon sun, that if you finish to the mama your head, you need to pour cold water. It's not really advisable for the skin, because it comes with these UV rays that is unhealthy for the skin. But then some people are that strict to the extent that before they ever go out, they apply sunscreen. If you're that type, I'm not totally saying that sunscreen is not good. It's very much healthy, right? But if you're that type that you don't like any atom of sun going directly into your skin, you are the type that likes screening yourself, please ensure that you buy this cod liver oil and take at least 1 teaspoon every single day. It's very rich in vitamin D. Thank you.
Bye guys, we'll see you some other time on another banging episode. Okay, stay locked, stay here, and subscribe. Press that subscribe button.
Yes, subscribe, like, share, and comment.
Thanks, Nasty. High five, girl.